Okay, people, this graph right here, if you're watching this video, this is going to be a potential get point back type of problem on your first test. So I'm not requiring that you know how to do this, but if you do want to take the time to figure it out, you may do so. Not terribly harder than anything you've been doing. You can do this, you can learn this, you can get this, and then you can potentially get a couple points back on your test if you goof something else up. Things we need to recognize is that this is the equation of a semicircle, r squared minus x squared. And the reason that I'm able to keep that straight is I square both sides. If I square both sides, I end up with y squared equals 16 minus x squared. And then if I added that x squared to both sides, I'd get y squared plus x squared equals 16, which maybe you remember from your conics unit as the equation of a circle. Now, since we have the square root, this is just a semicircle. But things I do know is that 16 is telling me my radius squared. So the square root of 16 is 4. It's telling me that I will have points on the x-axis at positive 4, negative 4, and on the y-axis at positive 4. Now, normally this would be a circle, and so it would have a negative 4 as well, but since we have the square root just positive, wanting it to be a function, we only have the top half of that semicircle. It does include those endpoints, though, because if you think about 4 squared, 16, 16 minus 16 is 0, and the square root of 0 is 0. So we all good. Domain is going to be x in the set of real numbers such that x is stuff. I want to rewrite that. I want to say negative 4 is less than or equal to x is less than or equal to positive 4. Easier to do an interval interval notation. X is an element of the set from negative 4 to positive 4. Not the set, the interval. There you go. Brackets, because we include those values. Range is going to be very similar. Y is an element of the set of all real numbers, such that, what's our lower limit? Well, our lower limit is 0. So 0 is less than or equal to y is less than or equal to positive 4. Right there. And again, a little easier in interval notation. Y is an element of the interval starting and including 0 all the way up to positive 4, including it. So there you have it. There's our basic semicircle graph. Again, one biggest thing to know about that 16 is that it is the radius squared. So square root it, and you know where everything is.